is founder of the Mighty Oaks Foundation and host of the Situation Report, and my good friend, Chad Robichaux. Chad, my brother, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's been barely a month, Chad, barely a month since the Secret Service allowed that shooter to almost kill a former president of the United States and current frontrunner for the Republican Party for president of the United States. And now we hear this mess. She didn't tell her lead site event coordinator. She's found in a room she's not even supposed to be in with members of her family breastfeeding a child. What do you make of this?
Well, if there was ever a time to start taking your job seriously and actually do what you're hired to do and do the oath that you committed to do, then it would be maybe within a month after the President of the United States, former President of the United States, and, like you said, presidential frontrunner of the United States was shot in the face. That might be a time to take it seriously. But apparently this current Secret Service leadership is not taking it seriously. And, we have one of the most important elections in America coming up in November. And we have a former president of the United States who will be the next president of the United States, whose life is clearly in danger. People are wanting to kill President Trump because of all the rhetoric that has been pointed towards him, and other people in and out the government that want him dead. And their duty is to protect President Trump, and they're not taking it seriously, and they need to be held accountable. And I do hope that our Senate and our Congress will do their job and hold these people accountable, fire people immediately, and start taking it seriously.
It's absolutely insane to me that this happened just a month after. I mean, it's like, who's running the Secret Service? Who's allowing anybody that maybe is normally taking leave to breastfeed a baby? I mean, hey, I understand if you got to breastfeed your baby, but if you got a baby that needs breastfeeding, there's things called bottles and formula, or pump the milk beforehand, and family takes care of the babies. I mean, I got 2 grandbabies. We've had to do all of that stuff. If our daughter needed a little bit of that time off or had an appointment or whatever she had to do, it's like, it's not hard to do. Yet she took it upon herself to not even tell the head site agent, the event coordinating agent, and just leave her post. Are you kidding me? I mean, this is either gross continued negligence that is putting the former president, hopefully current new upcoming president, in danger, or it's just what? It's so rampant because of maybe all their DEI hires that they just don't even have a way to clamp it down. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I love babies. I love moms. I love working moms. We love all those things. I know you do too. But there's a time and place. And if you're in the detail to protect the President of the United States, that's not the place. And look, this is I know there's a lot of great Secret Service agents out there, and they're taking a lot of heat. The problem really comes down to the leadership, and the leadership in the current Secret Service has turned completely political. And like every other government organization, the top third of all these organizations, most of them have been weaponized against the American people, weaponized against the political opponents, and the Secret Service has been used or in a way against their political opponent. They've been denied. President Trump has asked for more security. Originally, they were denied to get more security, more Secret Service support, and he's having to hire outside Secret Service, that personal protection. I mean, this is it's unsatisfactory. It needs to be held into account. This agent, as much as a supporter, as a working mom, should probably lose her job immediately. At minimum, be taken off the detail. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, she. I mean, that's just reckless. It's beyond negligent. I mean, you've operated security details more than I have, but to me, it seems like a very, very easy infraction, or to be able to bring about a termination. It's especially a month after he was almost killed on the world stage. It's crazy. But Chad, I want to get into your book, brother, because I really appreciate you. You've done some humanitarian work. You still are very, very active doing humanitarian work. You've gone to Ukraine and tried to help the people. Our government is leaving people out. You do that. You've got this new book out here, Mission Without Borders, Why a Father and Son Risked It All for the People of Ukraine. Tell us, why did you and your son risk it all for the people of Ukraine? And tell us, I know you told me about one of the stories of being in Ukraine and Russia came in. I'm not sure what you could share. You shared that with me in private, but it's an amazing story. Really quick, share it with us what you and your son have faced and why you do it.
Well, I mean, look, this administration has a history of abandonment. We abandoned our Americans in our strategic place in Afghanistan. We left 40 million Afghans and our allies behind. We left 20 million women and little girls behind, and Americans, by the way, that are still in Afghanistan. And when President Biden responded to President Putin by pulling out our troops and closing our embassy and consulate, he gave the green light for the Russian troops to come across that border and wreak havoc on the innocent people of Ukraine. And when I say innocent people, I'm not talking about Zelensky and the corrupt politicians of Ukraine. I'm talking about innocent human life. 1 million deaths have happened since then. In both those points of abandonment in Afghanistan and in Ukraine, myself and others went in to get Americans out that were left behind by our government, to do the right thing when our government wouldn't. We ended up getting 17,000 people out of Afghanistan, and when we went into Ukraine, we got Americans out. We rescued Fox News reporter Benjamin Hull, who was catastrophically wounded. We recovered the bodies of his teammates. We recovered the bodies of U.S. service members that went there to volunteer in this fight, and we've helped the citizen Ukrainian troops that are fighting for their families to be resilient. And Mighty Oaks came in, our foundation, to do some spiritual resiliency training. So all those things that we do, and I'm so proud of our team for doing, we should never have to do, Dave. Like, that should never be something that we have to do. But we did because our government—
Yeah, you're doing the work.
So incompetent.
Yeah, you're doing the work that your government, incompetence in government, is not doing. I want to make sure I give you this plug before I got to go. Friends, this is out now. This is my signed copy, but go get your own. Get it on Amazon. Is that where they pick it up? I know the New York Times, it should be a bestseller. It's selling like crazy, but we need to support individuals like Chad Robichaux that are putting his life on the line, and even his son going out doing this work. We need to support him. Is that the best place to get it, Chad?
Yeah, Amazon's the easiest place to get it, but anywhere books are sold, you can get a copy. And you're not just supporting buying a book, you're supporting us to continue doing this work and helping people around the world who can't help themselves. That's what it's more than buying a book. It's about getting behind these missions.
I love it. Love you, brother. Chad Robichaux, thank you so much. Appreciate you.